Okay, mic has been unmuted. Hello, everybody. How we all doing? Just turn that down a little bit. There we go. Hopefully the mic problems from last stream have been fixed. I know, for some strange reason my microphone was really quiet when we were playing through Sonic Frontiers, but, hopefully I think I may have fixed those problems now. Just turn the music down a little bit more. But, anyway, as the thumbnail says, or the title of the video says, we're going to be making some upgrades today. Because, as some of you may see, like, well, as it says, making a new banner for my channel. I've had that other one pretty much ever since I started. And, I mean, it's not bad. Like, you know, you got Sonic characters on one side, Autobots on the other, and my OC in the middle, but it just doesn't really, like, I feel like I can do better. I can make it a bit more original, I guess. But, you know, that's just sort of what today's main goal is. Just give me one sec, guys. I'm turning on SFM right now as we speak, so that's why the starting soon screen's still on. Let's see. Also, quick hello to Michael the Wolf and Minty Tails, who are first ones in here. Any request ideas today? Sorry, not today, Minty Tails. I will do one of those streams again. Don't worry, that's going to become a regular thing. But no, not today. I've already got a general idea how... I suppose maybe it's not necessarily going to be a request, but you guys are more than welcome to give some feedback and I suppose some ideas. But basically... So I suppose, like, it's not necessarily random ideas, but more so like, I've got an idea on how I want the thing to look. And I'll sort of maybe look to some of you guys to, kind of help me put it together in a way, like what you think could kind of make it stand out a bit more. But with that said, let's just quickly go ahead. Oh, hold on a second. Just name this. Let's just... Okay. And then... It's almost done loading. God, I'll be glad when this, Okay, finally we're done. Okay, whoop, wrong one. Give me one sec, guys. It should pop up, I think. Oh, wait, maybe not. Hold on. Yeah, oh, wait. Okay, that's not right. Hold on a sec. Hold on. This is weird. I haven't had problems with SFM before when it comes to streaming. Let's see. This one? No. It's the right one, right? Yes, the right desktop. Apologies, guys. It's got some troubleshooting at the moment. Also, hello to Spring Rocks SFM. I saw you just came in. Let's see. Desktop. It's there, right? Hold on. Nope, that's that. Okay, that's weird. Should maybe tested this earlier. Apologies, guys. Hold on. Let's see. Background, no. Let's see. Come on. Okay, hold on. Why is this not... That's not the right one. Is it? No. It's not... Oh, here we go. Just... Hold on. Give me one sec, guys. I'm just trying to wait this one out. Oh, wait. Alright, yeah, okay, I got it now, I think. Here we go, this is why it's not working. That's the one I want. There we go! Sorry, it wasn't connected properly. Oh, yeah, that's good. I said there was a problem with the thing, but hey, finally, okay. Apologies for that lengthy delay. Also, hello to, Nate Dog Gaming 73. Good to see you again, mate. And yes, happy 2023. Springrocks SFM. Didn't think I would be mentioned in chat. I like to be interactive with you guys. Thank you for coming along to the stream. See, Livia's got a stream celebrating her achievement on hitting 100 followers on Twitch, so I need to prepare for the moderating. Yep, you're all good there, Michael. Don't worry about that, mate. I appreciate you dropping in anyway. Alright, so now real quick, let's get some map up here. Black grass. Yeah, we'll go with... Well, should I make it the dark one? Yeah, we'll go with the dark one, actually, just because it allowed me to do a little bit more with lighting. Okay, just give that a sec to load. Take your time, I'm just animating. Good to hear, Springrocks. Good to hear that there's some more animators out there. Hello to Kevin Reviews, who just came in. And Minty tells, so has anyone played Frontiers? Okay, so there's a few people in the chat there have just said, yeah, not everyone still hasn't played it yet. I did start a playthrough of Frontiers, though, last Friday. Well, my time. And I'll be continuing that this Friday, so if you guys want to watch me play Sonic Frontiers, stay tuned. I've already beaten the game, as I've said before, like, it's my third playthrough, but I figured I'd just wait a little bit till more people had the game, but even then, still not everyone has it, so... Again, we'll still just keep Frontier spoilers out, just, you know, we don't want to ruin anyone's experiences here. But, regardless, whoops. Now, let's just turn this on real quick so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so... Let's see here. I think we'll, So we're going to probably start off, so as you guys may recall, well, I should have probably gotten an image to, showcase you guys up on here. But, basically what I'm going to be, doing is trying to sort of revamp my main channel banner. And I want to keep the same sort of thing. So I want to keep a section for Sonic characters, a section for Transformers characters, and my OC kind of in the middle. But I want to spice it up more, because the other one's kind of bland, whereas this one, I feel like is going to be a bit more, you know, I want to try and make it, you know, a bit more kind of, a bit more detail, kind of a bit more, just a bit more effort's kind of thrown into it. Because the other ones are really just sort of cut out renders with a space background slapped on. It wasn't super, it was kind of lazy, but, you know. We'll go ahead and make some changes now, but I think we'll start with the Sonic characters. But first things first, I should probably, well, nope. Actually, no, I should type in, bubble. Give it a sec to load. Okay, not that one, that's Vector's Gum Bubble. Just gonna give it a sec to load a bit more. Oh, there it is. Should grab this. So this will kind of, and I've got another paintable green screen if this doesn't work out, but this will sort of essentially just kind of be the background that I'll use to kind of, well, I'll sort of use that to like, so when I edit it in post, of course. Because we're just going to be making the character poses and sort of rendering it out, but we're not going to be, like, sort of putting the actual, I'll put the actual image together sort of off camera. But anyways, we'll need to get Sonic in here first, so, let's see, yep. Also, disregard the lighting, guys, that's not the actual lighting. This is what the normal lighting is, I've just, sort of disabled the lighting for now, so I can see what I'm doing. I'll put the lights in later. We'll get Sonic, keep the grass out of the shot, I think, actually, yeah. Because I want him to be kind of in the air and on the move. Okay. Oh, and it looks like she just went live. Alright, cool thing, cool, Michael. If you need to jump out from here and go moderate Livy's stream, that's totally fine by me. Thank you for stopping by. And, yeah. Again, guys, if you... Like, I don't really care how many of you guys watch. Just coming up and showing your support, that's all I really need. Like, I don't care if it's, like, just 5, if it's, like, 10, if it's, like, 100. I don't care. As long as, you know, I can just find a way to keep you guys entertained. Okay, so what kind of pose should I do for Sonic here? I've got an idea. I want to go for, like, a, I want to go for something kind of, like, It's like a high speed sort of jumpish kind of pose. I think, let's see. Go ahead. I'm gonna take my time with this, because of course it's a still image, so everything has to look good. It's not like an animation where you can sort of exaggerate some things. The pro wrestling guy, hello, how was your new year? My new year was good. Went ahead, I had a good night out with some friends. Watched some fireworks, of course. And for the most part, 2023 has started off pretty well. I've got a couple of goals for this year, actually. If you guys saw on Twitter, or maybe even, I think I did a community post about it as well. But my 3 main goals for this year, one's to continue Sonic and the Autobots, which is pretty much going to happen, which is naturally going to happen. Episode 2, sorry, is still on track to be released at the end of this month, so stay tuned for that, unless something goes wrong, but, you know, things are looking pretty good for there. I'm finally getting around to finishing it. My other main goals, well, my second major goal was to, sort of transition from SFM to Blender, because, believe me guys, I'm getting a bit sick of using SFM. Like, it's good to kind of get your feet wet with animation, but it really, I've really been pushing it to its limits lately, like, especially with Sonic and the Autobots episode 2, like, I've really sort of pushed it to how far at least I think it can go, and I feel like Blender would just be a really good step up. Plus, all the other major Sonic animators, like Sasso Studios, Bellina Productions, Shadow759, they've all made the transition. I think now's the time I jump on that train. So I think once I've finished up with episode 2, I'll probably just go ahead and you know, sort of start learning Blender a little bit more again. Yeah, my third goal was sort of to give Tornado Squad a proper ending, which, like, because I sort of ended up shelving it for, like, I never really intended for it, like, I just sort of only planned on doing it, just the 2 parts plus the little prequel. But, because I couldn't really find a way to make it work for the rest of the Sonic Forces storyline, but after a couple of months of just sort of not working on it, I've actually found a way to make it work. So, I would like to give it a proper ending, rather than just kind of finishing it in the middle of where the game, sort of, all the events of the game. But yeah, I would kind of like to do that. And I think I'd probably, but if I'm going to do a follow-up Tornado Squad, I'd probably want to do it, in Blender though, because I feel like it kind of deserves an upgrade. Ooh, try both Sonic characters on one side and Transformers on the other side with the middle of your OC. Yep, that's what I'm going to do, Spring Rocks. I already know what I want to do for my OC. Maybe I should have done that one first, actually. Since I already know what I want to do with him, but regardless. I'm just trying to get Sonic here. Nah, it's fine because I've got Twitch on my PS4, so I can watch her stream there. And this is on my PC at the same time. Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, multitasking, Michael. I appreciate that. Like, it's a good effort from you. Okay, I need to, okay, I'm just getting these quills. Where's his arm? There it is. Okay. And because this is going to be like just a render, I don't want any kind of body parts to bleed into one another. Here we go. I'm kind of, I don't know how many of you guys have played Sonic Forces Speed Battle. I mean, I haven't played that in, like, over a year, but I'm trying to go for a similar pose that Sonic's got on that, for, like, the front cover of it. I actually am trying Blender for the first time, actually. Just have to figure out texturing my OC into it. Ah, yeah. Yeah, trust me, like, there's lots of things in Blender, like, animating in Blender is the easy bit, in my opinion, because it's really no different in this. But the bit I'm struggling with most is rigging my characters, actually. Because I know, like, because I've been using Blender Source Tools, which is an add-on that allows you to get SFM models into Blender pretty easily. And they do come with rigs, but they're pretty crappy rigs, if I'm honest. So I'd like to get a more advanced rig put together. But, I was talking to Sasso the other day, and he did put me onto a, this website that, has some good Blender add-ons, so I'll probably, be checking that out soon. It's, yeah, him and Shadow759 have been giving me some advice, sort of in, making the transition over to Blender, since they've already done that, so, you know. Okay, it's like, maybe... Let's see. Still got all the characters? If you mean by, like, I've still got all the Sonic characters, yep, I've still got all them. They haven't gone anywhere. Need to move that one up. Okay. Good. Maybe let's get his eyes open. Okay. Just that way I can maybe get a bit more. Oh man. Whoops. There we go. Yeah. Still think Mephiles' ghosts are a little too OP. Is that because of the Sonic 06 music that just came on? You know, I like to play video games, watch... Oh, hold on. I like to play video games during my daily time and watching YouTube videos on YouTube. Yeah, it's cool. It's a good thing to do in your spare time, because I don't really watch much TV these days. I kind of consider YouTube my TV, if I'm honest. Like, I watch a couple of shows, like I watch Transformer shows and Sonic shows and everything, but you know, other than that, I don't really just sit down and watch TV often, unless it's like sports that I follow. No, I was talking about Speed Battle. Oh, still got all the characters? I think I've still got all the characters in there. Like I said, I haven't touched it in, like, you know, probably over a year, because mobile games just don't really do it for me anymore, to be honest. I'm kind of a bit beyond those. Rui, who is your favorite Sonic character? This guy right here, Sonic the Hedgehog, is my favorite. He's always kind of just been a big inspiration for me, and, yeah, he's helped me through some difficult times in my life, so yeah, Sonic's always going to be my favorite Sonic character. Yeah, good question, though. I think that's a question lots of content creators get asked quite a bit, like, oh, what's your favorite Sonic game, or who's your favorite Sonic character? But it's not a bad question, though. It's just, you know, some people just don't know, and, you know, like, you know, it's a simple answer, you know, just, yeah, Sonic's my favorite character. Same here? Yeah. Yeah, I think Sonic's a big inspiration to a lot of people, really. Then again, of course, it really depends on your character. Like, you know, some people think Tails is a big inspiration because he used to be the quote-unquote little guy. Like, he used to be the young, inexperienced sidekick. But, of course, that changed, but, you know. Yeah, this pose is looking better, yeah. Need to get his face fixed up a bit, though. Okay, let's get, them down a bit. Actually, let's do that one. Up a smidge, there we go. This is looking better. Okay. Same Sonic as like a comfort character? Yeah, definitely. He's definitely sort of... Like, if I had to pick my two major comfort characters, like, across all of fiction, it's Sonic and Optimus Prime. Like, Sonic's kind of the buddy, sort of, comfort character, and Optimus Prime's, like, the father figure comfort character. At least for me. Like, those two have just done a lot for me, really. Hence why, of course, I wanted to make a crossover series about it. Yeah, I think you guys are going to enjoy episode 2 of Sonic and the Autobots. well, as I've said this before, I should have probably had it done a while ago, but because I had a Christmas special to work on and my Halloween special that I did back in October, that kind of slowed down production on it a little bit, so, you know. It is what it is, though. Ooh, my favorite Sonic Forces song, Imperial Tower. Yes, this is a good song, actually. I've always enjoyed the Sonic Forces soundtrack. It probably falls just outside of my top 5, because, like, I think when Frontiers came in, that pretty much sort of knocked it out. But even then, yeah, I've always enjoyed the Forces soundtrack. Particularly the Avatar stages, those songs are real good. Okay, well, I'm just going to turn the green screen off for now. Actually, now I'll keep it on. Alright, and again, I'll change the size of that later, don't worry. Now, let's get, let's see. Let's get the sidekick in here. Let's get Tails in here. There it is. We don't want classic, we want modern. Nothing against classic Tails, it's just I use the modern characters. My Fox still needs more attention. Yeah, I agree, Minty Tails. I mean, I wouldn't say Tails is underrated, but I wouldn't say he's overrated either. Like, but yeah, I still think, but yeah, Tails is still a really good character. Like, he's kind of the ironic thing is that he's kind of the mentor to my OC. For those who have seen Sonic Forces, For those who have seen Tornado Squad, you'd probably know Tails is like, sort of the mentor to my OC that you guys see there in the bottom right corner. But yeah. So yeah, Tails is definitely one of my favorites. Now, how should I do Tails? I've got Sonic there. I feel like maybe I want to get him up a bit higher, I think. Because I want to get at least the classic 4 in this render. So of course, you know, that's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. I might see if I can throw Shadow in there as well, because he's my second favorite, but we'll see. BRB, gonna use the bathroom and refill my water bottle. Go ahead, mate. Yeah, go ahead. If you need to step away, that's totally fine. Also, hello to Key Seek Game, who just came in. Okay, so now, what's a good way to do Tails here? Because again, I'm trying to make it look like they're sort of racing off to the side there. I don't want it to be to the point where... Okay, let's go ahead, open up his eyes. Minty Tails, what's your favorite Crush 40 song? Mine's What I'm Made Of. What I'm Made Of is a good one, but my favorite's Live and Learn, all the way. Like, that's my all-time favorite Sonic song. I've always loved uplifting songs, like, you know, like, I love most of Crush 40 stuff, like, Live and Learn, What I'm Made Of, Open Your Heart, like, anything, all sorts of uplifting music I love. It just inspires me to keep on going. But, you know, yeah, Live and Learn's my favorite. There. Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2 would have to be my comfort. Would have to be one of... Sorry, Michael. Just kind of lost my train of thought there. There. Arthur Morgan would have... from Red Dead Redemption 2 would have to be one of my comfort characters because of his story. I won't spoil anything in case you ever do get Red Dead Redemption 2 for yourselves. Yeah, it's cool though, Michael. It's funny, like, I mean, coming from you, I'm not surprised because I know you love that game. But it seems interesting, like, but I mean, everyone's got their own comfort characters for their own reasons. Like, so I'm certainly not discriminating. But yeah, like, because you'd think, you know, an outlaw cowboy would just be like, really? But, you know, like I said, each to your own, like, you know, like I said, not surprised that's coming from you, Michael. I know you love Red Dead 2, and from what I've heard, it's a really good game. I've been thinking about getting it. A lot of my friends have said it's really good. My favorite game would have to be Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005, since that game was part of my childhood. But I used to play this game with some space battle planets. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't played, the only Star Wars games I've played are actually, the Lego Star Wars games. Oh, and I've played The Force Awakens, The Force Unleashed. That's a good game. Yeah, I haven't played Battlefront. But it's good, though. Live and Learn is my second favorite. I most like the 30th anniversary version. Oh yeah, Minty Tails, like yeah. The 30th anniversary version is the best version of Live and Learn. Although, like, yes, technically it was like although it wasn't like although it didn't have like a live audience, it still felt like it was played live, and that's what I love about it. Like, I feel like when you get to experience concerts live, it's just so much better. I remember when I went to see Queen about nearly 2 years ago, and my god, that was amazing. Okay, alright, you know what, guys, give me some feedback here. What kind of pose should I give Tails here? I'm gonna make him fly, of course. Should I have his arms kind of like, sort of folded backwards like this? Or, yeah, should I have his arms sort of folded back like this? Like, sort of to show he's moving quickly? Or should I sort of maybe do something funny with, like, well, not funny, but something, bit more dynamic with him, like maybe have one kind of out like this per se. Like, that's not gonna be the final pose, but like something kind of something kind of out in front like that. What do you guys think? Give me some advice. In the meantime, we'll get his tails sort of into this point where they're like spinning round in a way. Oh, here we go. Another Forces song. I kind of consider this song to be like my OC's theme in a way, because I used it for the opening of Tornado Squad. The initial plan was to use Danger Zone, but, of course, because it's a Top Gun parody, but now they get copyrighted. But anyway, to be fair, I still did make one with Danger Zone, it's just not on YouTube. Let's see. Alright, I'm back. Arms open with fists ready to fight. Let's see. Oh, okay, so you mean like, kind of like, almost kind of like a Superman pose in a way? I mean, kind of like, what if I did something like this? Let's point him down a bit more. Up from here. So you're talking about something kind of like this? Spring Rocks, is this kind of what you're going for? Also, hello to Metal Braden and friends. Hi, I'm new to the channel. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. And, yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so something kind of like this, in a way? Or is it something a bit different? Like, I know it's kind of hard, like, because I do kind of like this idea. It's not bad, but, yeah, I'm trying to make sure it's a pose that the character would most likely do, like, in the games or something. Yes, exactly like this. Okay, cool. I'll do that, and I'll change his fists up, don't worry. I just wanted to check and make sure I had the arms in the right spot. I'll just maybe adjust the posing a little bit, but here we go. Maybe have his right hand forward and outward? Oh, I see what you mean, Michael. So, like, you have his right hand forward and outward, and maybe have his left one back? I assume... Now, do you mean, like, because technically that's his right and that's his left. That's because I'm looking at him opposite. But yeah, maybe I'll do... Because I actually... Whoops. I mean, open that. But, yeah, that's not a bad idea as well, because that's similar to the pose I did, and his left back. Okay, so you mean, like, this? Yeah. There's something kind of like this, Michael? Because maybe I'll do that, like, kind of merge the two ideas together there. Because, yeah, both Michael and Spring Rocks, you guys have, got some good ideas here. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to stream this, because I wanted to get some input to try and help make this the best render I can. Well, set of renders, I guess. Like I said, I've already know what I want to do for my OC, but I'm sort of going to say that for the end, I think. Okay. And then, actually, I'll quickly close up his hands real quick, because they'll need to be fists. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. And maybe I'll adjust his tails a little bit, but it's a kind of similar pose to Sonic in a way, actually. Let me see if I can just change a bit more. What about... There we go. That looks better. Just so it looks a bit different, or a bit more different for Sonic's pose. I don't want it to be like everyone in the same pose. There we go. There we are. Let's see. Someone can be like... There we go. Now, I'll sort of change his eyes again as well. Sort of bring them... Make him look a bit more like he's kind of like he's ready. It's like, I'm coming to get you. Again, I can't do a Tails voice, I'm sorry. I'm not, Rio or Multi. Let's get some water. Let's see, how long have we been going for? Wow, 35 minutes already. Jesus, dude, where'd that time go? Actually, you know what? I'll make, maybe bring them up a smidge. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll bring him in a little bit. There we go. So that's looking good. We've got 2 characters in there now. Let's get Amy in here next. There's too many guys. Let's get Amy the Rose, as I like to call her. Okay, and we'll get her hammer as well, because, you know, can't be Amy without a hammer. That's the Wisp-On hammer. Oh, here it is. And I'll probably end up changing the size of it as well, because I feel like it's a bit too big. Now, I mean, I know it's meant to be like a big hammer, but I don't know. Maybe I'll shrink it down a smidge. Let's see. Unfortunately, because I factory reset my PS4, I lost everything along with my save file for Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh no! So is that why you haven't been streaming it, Michael? I was gonna say that makes sense. I was kind of wondering, like, you know, you kind of went a bit in the dark in that. Yeah, that I can see why. Yeah, you got to get back to that spot where you finished off. Man, that would be a grind because I know that game's pretty big. Let's see. Infinite's theme. Yeah, well, it's kind of Infinite's theme. This is, I think, one of the boss musics. I think it's the second boss fight for Infinite. But yeah, it's overall, it's the same sort of time. Go ahead, bring that down. Oh, yeah, I need to lock her hand to that as well. Didn't expect for Amy to be in here, but hey, she is a great character. Yeah, well, as I kind of said this a few minutes ago, but I wanted to bring in the Classic 4, because, like, I do like them. And like I said, I might throw, so of course the Classic 4, Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. And I do kind of, I'll see if I can maybe throw Shadow in there as well, but we'll see. Okay, bring it down to there, there we go. Let's see. It was just recently I've had to do that. Okay. What about Knuckles? Don't worry, Minty Tails. Knuckles will be next. I'm not leaving favorite Echidna out of there. So, Amy. Let's see. I know I definitely kind of wanted to do like a swinging pose. So, swinging pose. What's a good way to do this? Here's a thought for you. Should I have her like swinging like sort of from the side or over the top of her head? So like, hold on, I'll just do a rough kind of rendition for you. Jeez, we're getting a lot of Sonic Forces songs today, aren't we? So should I have her like swinging from like up like this way, like sort of that way and down like that, or should I have her sort of coming around from the side like that. What do you guys think? I also stopped streaming in general since Sonic Frontiers just came out, and so I'm holding off on streaming until I get my hands on a copy. Yep, fair enough, Michael. I think you'll enjoy the game. Of course, that makes sense, you know, why you'd probably avoid me streaming it as well. Yeah, speaking of which, guys, speaking of future Frontiers streams, that's going to be a thing for the next few weeks on Fridays. I know this is cheesy, but I think we're going to call it Frontier Fridays, so essentially every Friday's my time, I'll stream Sonic Frontiers. So we finished the first island on the, in the first stream in about 2 hours, which was like a new personal best for me. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to say much. I'm not going to spoil too much for you guys, but yeah. If you guys want to watch me play Frontiers, yeah, just tune in every Friday. Let's see. I have a battle idea for a video, Sideswipe and Shadow versus Soundwave and Infinite. That's not a bad idea, Metal Braden. I don't know if I'll get to that for Sonic and the Autobots. I will confirm Shadow will show up in there, as shown in the trailer. And of course, Soundwave and Sideswipe are already in there. Infinite's not going to be in there, because, of course, you know, it's set after Sonic Forces, so he's presumed dead. But still, that's a cool idea. Also, hello to Nova the Brawler Prime. Hello. You sure you aren't playing the Sonic Forces soundtrack? Now, Minty tells, this is a custom playlist that I've put together myself. It's got the sort of music tracks from all the different Sonic games, like the Adventure Era, Forces, Unleashed, all of them. It seems they're just favoriting Forces for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, like literally, like, even all day before this, I've been doing things with Forces. Like, I went for a run at like 5 AM this morning, and yeah, literally, I turned on my fitness playlist, and it played. The first song it played was Fist Bump, and then I think it did what was it? Oh, it was yeah, Virtual Enemies, which is Operation Big Wave, as some of you may recall it. Yeah, it sounds fun. I'm guessing you will be doing that when I won't be able to join right away, or it depends on the time. Yeah, it'll probably be at the same time as this stream, but yeah. Anyway, it's sort of, and like I said, you know, if you guys can't make it to a stream, that's fine. I get you guys all have lives outside of YouTube, so, you know, it's fine. I mean, Infinite could be a real person if... Hold on, what did you say there? Infinite could be a real person if... there is one. I don't know, I mean, maybe, but still. Let's just go around, better positioning to see. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing there, Keyseat Gamer. That was just sort of doing it a bit more for me. Let's see, I've checked out some concept arts for the cancelled Star Wars Battlefront 4 game with some alternate universes, characters like Dark Luke, Dark Obi-Wan, Redeemed Vader, and many more I found online. Oh, that's cool. That's actually a really interesting idea, having Luke and Obi-Wan being evil and Vader being good. Yes, the plan with a cheesy name that failed miserably. What do you mean by that, Michael? What are you talking about? Is it the name that I gave the stream, or what? What's your favorite Sonic game and Transformer show? JC Sonic Prime? So if you're... My favorite Sonic game is Sonic Generations. That's the game that really roped me in. And my favorite Transformers show... Well, I've got 3 favorites. I've got G1, Animated, and Prime. And, like, the reason why they're my 3 favorites is for different reasons. Like, TF Animated was the show that introduced me to Transformers. G1 was the one that sort of roped me in. And, of course, I didn't grow up in the 80s, but my uncles did. And they put me on to G1 because they had some old, like, tapes of it and everything. So yeah, I sort of got into G1 through them. And of course, TF Prime is also one of my favorites for the writing and the animation in it. They're 3 really good shows. I won't spoil anything too important, but I'll tell you the giant flying boss will be a pain to deal with. Well, Minty Tales, I already know what you're talking about. I've said this before, I've already beaten the game twice. This is my 3rd playthrough. It's just, you know, I wanted to wait a little bit, get the hang of the game before I sort of jumped in. Oh, you're talking about Operation Big Wave, Michael. Yeah, now that makes more sense. Yeah, just answer your question there, JC Sonic Prime. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, I need to stay focused on this. I'm getting a bit distracted. So let's get Amy kind of like this. So kind of, maybe sort of running in a way. This way. TF Prime made the TF Fan I am. Yeah, Transformers Prime was a really good show. That was probably the last really genuinely amazing Transformers show we got. We've had some half-decent ones like Cyberverse, and I thought Rescue Bots was pretty good. I know it was kind of made for littler kids, but I actually thought it was pretty good for what it was. And I thoroughly enjoyed, well, the first few episodes of Earthspark. Like I said, they don't really quite meet the same standard that those other shows I mentioned before do, but still, they're not like the worst Transformer shows I've seen. Let's see. I wonder if there will be Son Amy. You mean like in the games or in my content? Spring Rocks? I mean, to answer you guys' questions, like, because I'm not a huge shipper when it comes to things, like, I'll admit, like, I can't deny there's some pretty cute artwork out there that I always kind of just go, aww, and everything, but still, I'm not a huge shipper. There are some ships I tolerate, but there are others that are just like, no. Like, if someone shows me a picture of Sonato, I'll literally just sort of throw it out the window. I cannot stand that ship. I don't know what goes on in people's minds to make them think that's acceptable. Those parries were a pain? Yeah, they were a pain in the game, to be honest. Oh, and my content you're talking about, Spring Rocks? No spoilers. No spoilers. You guys will have to wait and see. I do have plans for Amy, of course. She will show up in Sonic and the Autobots eventually. But, yeah. As for whether it'll be Son Amy or not, you guys will have to wait and see. I think you guys will like the way she's portrayed, though. So is anyone excited for Sonic 3? Definitely. I'm super pumped for the third Sonic movie. It's going to be really good. I think that'll probably be... I'm interested to see what will happen exactly, because... Like, well, I think we could talk about that now, because that's been out long enough. Because, yeah, but, like, Shadow, of course, was the big reveal. It's funny. Initially, before I saw Sonic 2, I was thinking... Like, I know people kind of, when the title for Sonic 3 was announced, Sonic the Hedgehog with the red number 3, everyone was saying, oh, it's Shadow and everything. Honestly, I didn't think they were going to bring in Shadow till number 4. I thought they maybe going to do Metal Sonic and Amy first, but now they've decided to bring Shadow in now. But I guess maybe because he's a big, well, like, I think Shadow's kind of cemented himself as the second most popular character in the series, like, arguably. But, if they wanted to bring him in, I'm hoping they'll do him, I'm sure they'll do him fine. I'm not too sure who they're going to get to voice him. I know everyone's been saying, I'll get Keanu Reeves and everything. Yeah, I think he'd be a pretty good pick, but honestly, I just want to see Jason Griffith return as Shadow. He's the best Shadow, in my opinion. Like, when they got him for Sonic and Tails R, I lost my mind. Like, I hit the roof. I was so happy that he returned. Let's see. So, you didn't say. So, you didn't say no. No, I didn't say no, but like I said, it's maybe, maybe not. You guys will have to wait and see. Let's see. Who's going to voice Shadow? I think I just answered that question, JC Prime. Okay. So, I think Amy's in a good pose here, for the most part. Go ahead, let's give her a bit more. Well, actually, you guys tell me here. Should I give her a smile or should I give her like an aggressive look? Should I go for like this? I'll zoom in a bit more. Should I go for something like this, or should I go for something like, oh, not that. This one, I think. Yeah. What do you guys think? Happy or angry? What works best? Did you get something here? Oh, it's probably this one, actually. There we go. In the meantime, though, I'll at least get her eyelids down a bit. Let's see. Because I still want to have a bit of a determined look on her face. Amy can still be a possible in the 3D movie. Knuckles was a surprise for the second. That's true. I think I read somewhere that Amy was confirmed. I could be wrong there, though. Maybe that's just fans stirring things up. I haven't been following it a great deal yet, because of course it's still not till the end of 2024, so it's still like, you know, nearly 2 years away. But you know. Guessing Transformers Devastation and Fall of Cybertron are your favorite games because they use those models. Yeah, I do enjoy those games quite a bit. Probably, yeah, they definitely are among my favorite games, but yeah, I'm just using them because they're the best models on the Steam Workshop. That's the main reason why I use them. I'd rather have a consistent level of designs, but ultimately that's not really possible. Like, just, you know, given the limitations of SFM, but I make do with what I have. Go with a happy face just like everyone else? Sure. And then I'll probably change her eyebrows up a bit there. She's, I'll give her a bit of a, she looks a bit, kind of sinister there, so I'll change that up a little bit. Let's see, here we go. Let's take the matte off a little bit. There we go. This looks a bit more like Amy. Because I don't mind Amy having a little bit of that feistiness, but yeah. Because, I don't know about you guys, but I prefer the sort of Ian Flynn, quote-unquote, version of Amy. That's like, you know, it's clear she likes Sonic, but she's not like the crazy fangirl and everything. That's just me. Like, I know some people like that about Amy, but for me, that was just a bit much. I'm just like, whoa, chill out, girl. Yeah, I really like the newer version that we've gotten, like, in the IDW comics, and I suppose Sonic Boom played a role with that as well. I think that's just, it's a bit better for her. I think it just gives her, it just kind of shows she's not a crazy fangirl. She can be a hero just like the rest. Okay, there's Amy. This should be good. I'll quickly save this, actually. Okay. Were we given how you don't like Sonic, what do you think about Sonic X Elise? Oh, I hate that too, JC Sonic Prime. I hate that just as much, if not more. That's, like, no. Like, the minute someone shows me a picture of Elise, I'll just literally, just blowtorch it. Like, literally. I hate Elise. Even if she was a Mobian. No. Just, you know, I'll take Son Amy any day over that. Let's see. I forgot, was Cybertron a planet or a super titan, or is it both? Good question, Minty Tails. So Cybertron is a planet. It's the planet of the Transformers. But it's also actually, a lot of people don't know this, but, the creator god of all Transformers, Primus, actually ended up transforming into Cybertron. So, and essentially the core of Cybertron is Primus's mind in a way. You can sort of see this in the War for Cybertron game when the Autobots go down to the core and the core sort of talks back to Optimus. Like, you know, you could sort of, so it's a good question there, Minty tells us. It kind of is both in a way, actually. But not necessarily a super titan, it's more like a robot god. Like, just to sum it up. Let's see. I do have a decent shadow voice, but I haven't dubbed to see my comics yet. Yeah, that's cool to know. Like, 'cause everyone's got their own different takes on the character and everything. Okay, let's get Knuckles in. It's classic Knuckles. Here we go. Okay, now of course Knuckles, I'll need him to do a punching thing, but I want to try and make it different to Tails in a way. What can I do for Knuckles, I wonder? Because Tails is kind of, like, I know Tails isn't necessarily punching, he's more dive bombing, but yo, what's a good pose to do for Knuckles here? Because of course we know he punches, but something kind of different. Dude, I'm watching Olivia's stream and apparently her tweet got liked by DNF. Oh, no way! Dude, that's so cool! Wow, lucky her. Dude, that's sweet. But it's crazy how sometimes, like, when you tweet something and, like, you know, like, sometimes the officials recognize it. remember that happened to me once. I did a tweet to one of the sports teams I follow in Australian rules football, and yeah, they actually ended up liking that as well. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, that's really cool. Like, I mean, it shows that I suppose they sort of listen to the fans and like sort of appreciate the fans that support it. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 are my favorite games, but it's very sad for everyone that we never got Star Wars Battlefront 3 or Battlefront 4. Yeah, it's always a shame when games get cancelled. Like, it's funny, I remember for the longest time, actually, the new Transformers game that's coming out this year, Transformers Reactivate, for the longest time, everyone thought the game was done for, like, because it went through so many title changes. Like, at first it was going to be called Transformers Online, then it was changed to Transformers Rise, and now it's confirmed to be Transformers Reactivate. And that was all, like, you know, we first heard about it 5 years ago, and then they kind of just went in the dark. Now, I get making video games takes a long time, but the fact that we didn't get any news at all just kind of was like, okay, is this thing still happening? And yeah, it's coming. Like, I'm so excited for it. Like, I'll be real with you guys. If I were to describe what Transformers Reactivate looks like, it looks like it's going to be a fusion of War for Cybertron, or maybe Fall of Cybertron. Yeah, but it looks like it's going to be a fusion of Fall of Cybertron, Devastation, Sonic Forces, and Left 4 Dead. But I like that. I like the idea it's going for so far. And I think some people have also commented some things seem similar to games like Destiny and all that, but I haven't played those games, so, you know, I'm not sure. But still, I like the design they're going for. So I think it's a great idea. Actually, oh, here's what I'll do for Knuckles. I got an idea for him now, actually. If you guys are wondering why I'm just sort of moving Knuckles, I'm just trying to find a good staple position for him. Here we go. I still remember the time Tails and Knuckles did the fist bump in Team Sonic Racing Special. Ouch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, poor Tails. I think sometimes Knuckles doesn't know his own strength. Whoops. Sorry, Annie. You know, I'll fix up Knuckles' hair a bit later. I just got to, do the legs first. Man, it's taken us nearly an hour just to do this render. Though I've been talking to you guys quite a bit, so that's fine by me. Let's see, what's Transformers Reactivate gameplay going to be like? We've only seen some leaks, JC Sonic Prime, but it looks like it's going to be similar to Fall of Cybertron, like an over-the-shoulder third-person shooter. But I think there's going to be like some melee combat as well, like in Transformers Devastation. So, again, I'm really excited for it. The trailer looked really good, and we're getting quite a few leaks. So, I want to say leaks, I don't mean like spoiler leaks. It's just to sort of showcase what the game's going to look like. But yeah, I'm all for it. I cannot wait for that game. Like, guys, last year, 2022, was the year of the Hedgehog. 2023, this year, is the year of the Cybertronian. We've got a new Transformers game, and of course, the new movie, Rise of the Beasts, which, oh, that looks so good. Finally, the live-action movies are finding their footing. Forget that Michael Bay crap that we've gotten for the past 10 years or so. And of course, that doesn't include Bumblebee. That one was good as well. Maybe try Fist Bump or his Fist Bump combined. That's my guess. Yeah, I like your idea there, Key Seat Game, but I'm trying to make them sort of like, it's almost like they're trying to attack a target in a way, so that's why I'm not going to do that, but I appreciate the idea. I appreciate that you're trying to help out. The SFM is hard, cut yourself some slack. Yeah, trust me, animation is not for everyone, it takes a lot of patience, but yeah, normally I'd, and again, I'm not blaming you guys for this, like I said, I enjoy the interaction, but yeah, it's just, normally I probably have these things done by now, but then again, your guys' input's probably is helping me out with this. And I'm looking forward to putting this final banner together, because this is looking good. Okay. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do with Knuckles. I'm sort of going to have him swing this way. Might have to exaggerate his arm a little bit, just because it's, okay, upper arm. Bring this arm back here. We'll bring it down a bit, I think. There we go. Okay, we'll just get his thumb there. There we go. I wonder, what are your thoughts on Chris, if you hate Elise that much? Chris... I'm not the big fan of Chris either. Like, I don't have a problem with Sonic having a human friend. Like, Tom Wachowski in the movies, he's great. I think he's great. Chris... I'm not a big fan of Chris, to be honest. He's really whiny. And the fact that he literally, like, kind of went out of his way to stop Sonic from returning home and, like, put his whole world in jeopardy, that was just too far, man. Like, I mean... Like, I get it's not easy saying goodbye to a close friend. Like, you know, I remember when I moved away, I had to say goodbye to a lot of close friends, and, that wasn't easy, but... You know, it's like, would I literally, like, stop a plane or, like, you know, put an end to my own world just for that? No, like, I think Chris had some problems, but I do like how a lot of fans rewrite him in, like, Sonic X rewrites. I've got a few friends who, like, do, who literally have got a lot of fanfics that are like rewritten versions of Sonic X. Michael, for a fact, is one of them. But yeah, and I really like seeing how the fans rewrite Chris. Like, I feel like they do him justice. But yeah, so I'll say that. Yeah, so my opinions on Chris from Sonic, the official Sonic X, not a huge fan. He was better in Season 3, but yeah, not a huge fan. But in fan-made materials, like fanfics and everything, I think he's better for the most part. I'm actually making a banner for my YouTube channel. That's cool. It's almost done. Ooh, nice. What's it got in there? Green Rocks? Sonic characters? Does it have some other characters in there? Okay, now let's get Knuckles' hair, because that's not really in the right spot right now. I'll bring this one here. This one there. Let's get the back one. Where's the back one? There it is. We'll get his tail down a bit. There we go. Yeah, he's got a really long tail for some reason, Knuckles. I don't know why that is. Because echidnas, like... I know echidnas pretty well because they're actually a native Aussie animal. And they haven't really got super long tails like that. So it's a bit interesting. I'll change the hair up a little bit. Bring this one in a bit. There we go. That's looking better for Knuckles. Who do you think would win a race? Blur or Sonic? I'll go Sonic. Though I think it'll be a close finish. Chris was kind of annoying, yeah. Can't wait for the new Transformers movie. Yeah, that's going to be really good. Like, the only character I've really got a problem with is Wheeljack's design. Apparently, they haven't... Like, unlike his G1 look that he had in Bumblebee, they're going back to that nerdy look like he had in Dark of the Moon. Not necessarily Einstein, but, you know. I'm just like, really? Like, you've changed Wheeljack again? Like, why does Jackie get that treatment? Get those up. What the... Did I do something? Oh, that was the wrong one. Whoops. Okay, where's the... There it is. Okay, so I think Nox's eyes look good, pretty good there. I'll just... Jeez, we're getting a bit of Sonic R at the moment. Now let's go with, where's Angry? Because Knuckles is usually a pretty hot-headed guy, so I think that makes the most sense. There we go. Let's see. My AU of Sonic called Gem Sonic from a series I plan to make called Sonic Gems. It has both Sonic and FNAF combined. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. There's a lot of different Sonic fan crossovers out there. Like, there's plenty of Mario and Sonic crossovers, but those are mostly pretty good. And of course, you got mine, Sonic and the Autobots. But yeah, Sonic and FNAF, that's an interesting one. You should see Fangs' You should see Fangs' tail. It looks like a super long version of Knuckles' tail. You can even bounce on it like a trigger. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hat. I know what you mean. Like, I've played Sonic Mania and, like, I've seen that before, yeah. Are you okay there? Beyond creativity, Isaac? Dropped a couple of sick emojis in there. You like TF Prime Wheeljack? Yeah. I thought it was a nice change for Wheeljack to be a bit more kind of battle-oriented rather than just the nerdy guy, because Ratchet kind of already had that role in TF Prime. Let's get some water. Alright, I think this looks good for the most part, actually. Maybe I'll just move Knuckles a little bit, this way. Just so it doesn't look super cramped. And maybe I'll just bring the camera out a smidge, actually. Oh, shoot, okay. Well, actually, that'll be fine because I've got the green screen there. Wait, that reminds me, actually, I need to, increase this a little bit. Okay, up we go. And let's see, I'll just do a bit of reposing. I'll bring, there. I'll bring Sonic in a smidge closer. Just because he kind of needs to be the main focal point. Like, your eyes need to go to him first. Can you feel it? Go here. And Tails will bring up a little bit. Alright, nice. So I think the posing's done, but now, gotta do the lighting. Look at that, silhouettes. There we go, that's better. So the lighting, I want to go for a similar sort of lighting to what this had, but as you can see, it looks pretty bland, so I want to make it a bit more, kind of, you know. We'll get the main light here at the front. Won't be this intense. I should also turn the camera's bloom off. There we go. Let's see. Okay, I'm back with food. Welcome back, Michael. What type of food you grab? Just out of curiosity. Hey, Optimus Prime CG versus Sonic IDW? Not a bad idea. Creativity by Isaac. That'd be an interesting take on two different versions of the character. Oh no, the Tails doll theme? I thought it was only the Tails doll theme if you played it backwards, but oh well. Yeah, now here's... Yeah. If anything, lighting's probably the one thing I don't like in 3D. Like, I just struggle with it a bit. Yeah, because the front one still looks too intense. Yep, that looks better. Maybe make this one a bit more... That's looking better. And maybe I'll bring in a backlight as well. Does that do much? It's a little bit. Maybe I'll shrink that down a smidge. There we go. Actually, hold on. Maybe I'll bring this one underneath. Try and capture any sort of missing shadows. Where's the quadratic? There it is. There we go, that looks good. Let's see. Were we by any chance disappointed that Sonic Prime wasn't a Sonic Transformers crossover? Not really. I knew it wasn't going to be anyway. Like, I know I made that video saying what Sonic Prime could potentially be, and it was just a sort of a Sonic Transformers crossover animation with Fighters 1 as the background music. Like, literally, the only reason I did that was because at the time Sonic Prime had just been announced, and I was rewatching Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, so I just kind of thought, like, yeah, what the hell, I'll just make it. But anyway, I think that's a good first render. Save that. And real quick, let's export this. And Okay, we'll just call this new banner 1. I'll change that to a PNG. Okay, let that export. And maybe I'll make some tweaks a bit later on if I don't like it, but anyway. Yeah, it actually does look pretty good though. But now that these guys are done, it only took us an hour and 10 minutes. But I think I've got a better idea what I want to do for the Transformers one though. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll turn them off. Well, not the green screen. Actually, yeah, we can probably turn the green screen off for now. Okay, we'll turn this back on. Okay, now it's Transformers time. We've got to get my main man, Optimus. We've got to get him in here. And don't worry, I'm going to shrink down his size, because he's friggin' huge. Actually, I could probably just move the camera a bit, because I won't need necessarily a full body shot for him. Yeah, we'll just quickly grab his blasters. Let's see. Ion blaster. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do this. There we go. That's the one. Okay. That Sonic Prime video is how I actually first discovered your channel. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's definitely an old classic, that one. That was like the first Sonic Transformers crossover thing I did. But of course now it's officially a big thing. Because lots of people said you should make that into a series, and that's kind of the whole reason why I made my channel in the first place. But I wanted to make some smaller stuff before I jumped right into a full-on crossover. And well, of course, here we are now. Did you watch Sonic Prime on Netflix? Yep, I've seen the whole thing. Yeah, Nova, I watched it all like in one sitting. I thought the show was alright. Again, maybe we'll avoid spoilers on Sonic Prime as well, because I know not everyone's got Netflix and everything. I thought it was okay. Like, it was pretty funny. The animation there was really good. But, I felt it was a bit the story was a bit all over the shop. Like, it didn't really, like, yes, there's an overarching plot, but it doesn't really sort of, it's a bit all over the place, though, at the same time, and it just felt like, I mean, I could sort of understand where it was going, but I sort of, actually, hold up. I'm gonna just quickly change this. I'm gonna move Prime's blaster, I think, to his other hand, actually. Oh, here we go. Optimus Prime IDW versus Sonic Archie? I don't really know what I could say about that one there. Beyond creativity, because, well, mostly because, like, well, I've read some of the Archie comics, but I haven't read a whole bunch because I'm not particularly fond of them. They're just a bit weird in my opinion. But I have read, of course, most of the Transformers IDW comics. I'm still really annoyed that that IDW lost the rights to them, because my god, those comics were so good. Just like the Sonic IDW comics. And my favorite thing in the IDW comics was definitely, probably Megatron's origin story. I just really love that idea, how like they sort of, that background they gave him, and sort of, yeah, that was just definitely that was the best part of the Transformers IDW comics in my opinion. Okay. That should be the theme song to Sonic and the Autobots. I'll fight as one. I mean, it's a good song, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a huge Marvel fan. Like, that's really, like, aside from some films in the MCU and that show, that's all I've really consumed Marvel-wise, and that's all I really like. Because, like I said, I liked some things in the MCU, but I haven't really seen anything that's of the new phase. Like, the new phase is pretty terrible, if I'm honest. Sort of after Endgame, I just went off it. Did you know Jacksepticeye made a cameo in there? Yes, I did, actually. He was, the Captain Jack guy, which I get was kind of a reference to, Pirates of the Caribbean in a way, but, yeah, I know he made a cameo. Not a huge shock, though. I know Jacksepticeye's done a few things with Sonic before. Like, he was, what, Irish the Hedgehog in that one little thing the social media team did? So I'm not really surprised. I think some people were kind of anticipating that as well. Like, I think, like, even before I think that episode, well, I think people were sort of tossing up, like, is Jacksepticeye going to do anything here? Grimlock and Soundwave are my favorite Transformers. They are some good characters. Some good picks there. And let's see. The Archie comics were okay, I guess. Sally was a leader. I guess some of my OCs were inspired by them. Like Kita and Darkfire. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, like, if you guys are fans of the Archie comics or whatever, that's, like, don't let my opinion deter you from not liking them. Like, it's just, they weren't for me. That's the better term. Like, just because I say I wasn't fond of them doesn't mean you guys, like, if you guys like them, more power to you. Like, you know, like, everyone's entitled to have different opinions. Like, you know, there are plenty of old school Sonic fans out there that love the classic games but hate the modern games, and, you know, I don't go discriminating them for not liking the modern games. If that's their opinion, that's their opinion. So I'm thinking for Optimus, okay, yeah. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. Ooh. Boss music time. I'll actually have him, let's get more sight on. I've got a good pose for Optimus in mind here. Get him on the side like this. Kind of get him on his back foot. Put more weight on there. I'll probably end up adjusting the camera frame as well. But here's what I'm going to try and do. Are your favorites Jetfire? Yeah, he's a good one. Actually, yeah. JC Sonic Prime. Jetfire is probably my second favorite Autobot, actually. Like, cause like, I loved Skyfire in the G1 cartoon. Like, he became an instant favorite of mine. I was really disappointed when he didn't appear much after his final appearance in Season 2, but oh well. Yeah, I've always loved Jetfire. Let's see. My favorite Transformer show is Transformers Prime. Yep, that's the big favorite of a lot. But it's not really a shock. That was a really good show. It's done now. I just have to crop it. Awesome. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear you doing it quicker than I am. But then again, I've got some pretty big plans for this one, so, you know. I'm trying to get Optimus to sort of lean back as he's firing. Here we go. I've never felt like this, I'll keep on running. Yeah, Sonic Colors was, I think, the first mainstream Sonic game I actually played. Like, I played some of the smaller ones beforehand, like Sonic Rush and Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, but yeah, I think Colors was probably my first mainstream. Or was it? Or maybe it was Black Knight, if you'd count that one. Because I know some people don't count the storybook games as like mainstream, but anyway. I've been hearing people are drooling over RC ever since she's been shown in Rise of the Beasts. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to see what RC is going to be like, because it's almost going to be like, from what they've described, like a fusion of her G1 version and her TF Prime version, because she transforms into a bike again, so you know. But yeah, like, I'm excited for, like I said, the only character I'm not excited for is Wheeljack. I just think he's going to be a bit, you know, not quite on point. I hope Steve Bloom's still voicing him, though. Because, you know, he voiced him in Bumblebee for that little brief line, so I hope Steve Bloom gets the role, because we all know how good he is at voicing Transformers. Just take my hand, we're going to save the world tonight. I think actually, not to correct you there, Michael, I know what you're referencing, but I think the correct term was we're going to reach for the stars tonight, but oh well. I know what you meant. Let's see. Shockwave IDW and Metal Sonic IDW versus Sonic IDW and Optimus IDW. Now that's an interesting matchup. You've got a few interesting matchups there, Creative Isaac. Okay, I'm liking this pose for Optimus though, that looks good. Now, actually, I'm going to put the energy back in here, actually. Let's go beam. There we go. That looks better. So, unfortunately, my first main Sonic game was Forces. That's okay. I mean, everyone comes in at different points of the series. Like, I mean, my introduction to the, I'll give you an example. My introduction to the Ace Combat series was Ace Combat 7. And, of course, that was because, you know, like, the gap between Ace Combat 6 and 7, I believe, was 12 years or something ridiculous like that. So, naturally, you know, the gap was pretty huge. But, of course, hearing how good the PS2 trilogy was for the Ace Combat series, an old friend of mine went ahead and actually bought that for me as a Christmas present, which I'm eternally grateful for. Like, I finished playing those the other day, actually. Really good. 7's still probably my favorite, but yeah. But then again, it doesn't really matter where you jump in on the series, whether it's a good game or a bad game. It's just, you know, everyone starts from somewhere. If you've got a soft spot for it, that's fine. Because I'll be real with you guys, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Sonic Forces just because of Tornado Squad, but that's really it. Plus for my Sonic OC as well, because I never went through the OC phase as a kid. Like, I just sort of preferred to make things with the already existing characters, but yeah, Forces kind of got me in on the OC train, and, well, here we are now. I have a top 3 favorite cartoons. First, Sonic the Hedgehog. Second, Transformers. And 3, TMNT. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, TMNT is really up there as well. Like, I think top 3 favorite things in all of fiction. Probably not really a shock to you guys, but yeah, it's Sonic, Transformers, and Top Gun. Absolutely love them. Okay, I actually want to know, but what do you think of Maria's death? For me, it's very sad. I think it is sad, like in SA2. But then again, you know, it does give SA2 its kind of purpose, and it sort of gives Shadow his purpose, so I wouldn't really change it, to be honest. Like, I don't, you know, in fan-made stuff, she's been brought back to life as, like, you know, a hedgehog, for example. Sonic Song 182, for example, does that. And I'm fine with that. Like, you know, if fans want to do that, that's totally fine. But, I think for canonically, having her die and everything, that was kind of a... Yes, it's sad, but I think it's necessary for the story. I think given the context of the orchestral version of Reach for the Stars, it sounds like a theme that would be fitting for someone is saving the world from a huge threat. That's true, Michael. Yeah, I'll give you that one. And that's essentially kind of what Sonic was doing there with that final boss. Okay, but I need to get some more characters in here. Okay, let's get side swipe in here, I think. And I think we'll probably just limit this one to 3 characters. I'm thinking just Prime, Side Swipe, and B. Because these characters are bigger, they take up much more room, as you can see. Increase the field of view a little bit. But I think this will be a good way. So yeah, Sideswipe's upwards a bit, but of course I'm doing this to try and manage. Speaking of which, I'll need to give Sideswipe his swords as well. Let's see. Here we go. So just do a little trick here, just to save me moving it around. There we go. Okay, is that the right way? No, it's not the right way. That's the right way he's meant to hold it. Okay. Okay. Now we're 22. Alright, that's fine. Who's your favorite Sonic character and who's your favorite Transformers character? I actually got asked that earlier in the stream. I'll say it again though. My favorite Sonic character is Sonic. And my favorite Transformers character is Optimus Prime. Like, those, I said this before, like I said at the start, but for you, Metal Braden, the reason being is just because those 2 characters have done a lot for me personally. They're sort of my comfort characters in a way, so it's just sort of why I love them so much, and why they'll probably always be my favorite. For all my Transformers fans out there, who are your favorite human characters? Top one. Yeah, Jack, Ralph, and Miko. Yep. That's not really a shock. Those guys are pretty good. I honestly, I mean, it's interesting because, like, I was gonna say Sari Sumdak from Transformers Animated because, like, at first, when I first watched the show, I thought she was annoying, but in the later season, she really grew on me. So I think I'll go with Sari, naturally. And plus, she has an actual reason to stay in the show because of her key. So I think it's not like just sort of like, oh yeah, he's my guardian, you know, he's got to watch over me sort of thing. It's like, she has a proper reason. She's kind of like another and yeah, she may be annoying in the early seasons, but she does mature over time, particularly in Season 3. And, like, the big reveal of Sari at the end as well, I thought was amazing, like, her being a protoform and everything. So yeah, I'll go with Sari as my favorite human. Though Spike and Sparkplug were still pretty good as well, from G1. Lucas Fermac thinks probably Jack and Agent Val. Yeah, he was another good one, actually. Yeah, the human cast in TF Prime was pretty good for the most part. Because, of course, there's often a thing for Transformers shows where they make the human characters a bit too childish. But still. The ones in TF Anime, like, I felt the ones in TF Prime were pretty good. Pretty well done. Okay, I need to fix this sword up a little bit. I played Transformers Devastation and became a master. I beat Prime mode as Grimlock. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah. That is a fun game, Transformers Devastation. I should play it again. And the one problem I had with Transformers Devastation, it gets a bit boring pretty quickly. Like once you beat everything, it kind of gets a bit, you know. But still, it's not to say it's a bad game. It was a really good game, and I revisit it every now and then. Also, hello to Anti-Maximal06. Welcome to the stream. To be fair, Jack and Miko were in witness protection. Yeah, that's true. Like, they've kind of get a pass, but still, like, that's the thing. Into the Prime verse. I like that one. Okay, now for side swipes pose. How do I want to do this? Maybe I can sort of... Actually, I'll go with, if you guys may recall when I was coming up with ideas for Amy's pose, maybe I should do one over her head. Why not do that with Sideswipe? So you guys will see what I'm doing here. I think this will be a pretty cool pose. Get him like this. I just got to get him his spine in the right spot. But I think you guys might... I think this is a pretty cool pose. Plus, we'll sort of fill this space up here a little bit with someone else. By childish, I'm gonna assume you mean Sam Witwicky. Well, yeah, kind of him. And I think some of the ones in Earthspark are a little bit childish as well, but, still, like I said, I've seen worse human protagonists. To be fair, though, I'll take Sam Witwicky any day over a lot of the human protagonists from the movies anyway. Like, guys, believe me when I say Cemetery Win and, what's it called, KSI from Age of Extinction, words cannot express how much I hated those humans. Like, it wasn't necessarily poor writing, they just made me angry. Like, the way they treated Transformers, it's like, dude, yes, they're robots, but they're living things. They still have emotions. It's like they just made humans the bad guys. Like, that's what part of the reason why I didn't like Transformers 4 and 5, just because of the way well, even then, it's the humans in general, they just were very anti-Transformers, and I'm like, come on, mate, like, do you have to be that hard to them? Let's see. I would play Devastation, but I broke the disc. Oh, that sucks. Whenever, like, you lose a game or your game breaks, I hate it when that happens to me. Okay. What else we got here? I'm about to play Transformers Battlegrounds soon. I just need to wait until my mom pays it on my Nintendo. Yeah, I forgot about Transformers Battlegrounds. I never bothered picking it up just because, well, with all due respect, Transformers Battlegrounds doesn't really look like a Transformers game in my opinion. Like, when I think of a Transformers game, I think of being in control of the robots, So blasting Decepticons or Autobots, depending on which side you pick. Like, I sort of think of a game like, well, I just sort of think of, you know, War for Cybertron or Devastation. That's my idea of a Transformers game. Battlegrounds, on the other hand, doesn't really fit the bill. Like, I'm not saying I'm against, because that's more a strategy game, which I'm not against strategy games. I actually do like a few strategy games, but it just doesn't really work for Transformers, in my opinion. It's just like, if I want to play a Transformers game, I want to be transforming in and out of vehicle form, busting up enemies, you know. Just sort of, yeah, that's just my idea of a Transformers game. There are 3 types of Predacons. 1, the G1 Predacons, 2, Beast Wars Predacons, and 3, Dragon Predacons. Yes, you're right, actually, there have been lots of different versions of the Predacons. That's the thing with each Transformer show, they sort of change up the continuity every now and then to bring in something new. And for the most part, it's usually a good change, but, you know. I hope Reactivate has multiplayer. I think, JC, it's been confirmed to have multiplayer. I believe it's meant to be like an... Because part of the reason why I said, is like, when I mentioned how the game is like a mix mash of other games, part of the reason why I said Left 4 Dead was because I think it's meant to have campaign multiplayer. Which I know War for Cybertron had, but, I think it's just going to be a bit like that in a way, so, yeah, I'm really pumped. Let's see if I can convince some of my friends to get the game. See, I feel all Transformers should let you play both as Autobots and Decepticons. Yeah, that's usually... I think it's always wise, because there are quite a few people out there that I've met that actually prefer the cons over the bots, which is fine by me. Like, I'm personally in Team Autobot, but, you know, if you want to play the cons, that's fine. To be honest, I wish there was a Transformer and Plants vs. Zombies crossover. Be interesting, because, you know, non-organic creatures, you know, but still, that would be an interesting concept. I do play Sonic and Transformers on my role plays on Roblox in Sonic Pulse. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm just trying to get Sideswipe's face a bit better here. Get him up a ways. There we go. We're gonna make sure his swords are still in view, though. There we go. Just need his face to be a bit more aggressive looking. There we go. Wait, will it cost money for it? For what? The new Transformers game or something else? Not too sure what you're talking about this. Spring Rocks. I'm actually anti-hero, so basically not in either side with Cybertrons. That's cool. That's cool. Like, if some people prefer to remain neutral, I completely understand that. There's the Transformers and Angry Birds crossover. I am aware of that crossover. I played it a little bit when it came out, but, yeah, like I said, mobile games just aren't really for me, though. Like, I did play a bit of Transformers Earth Wars for a little while, but, yeah, I went off that, like, about 2 years ago. It's actually very fun. Oh, the, Transformers Battlegrounds? Yeah, I mean, like, if you guys are into that, that's totally fine, but, yeah, it's just not for me, really. Like, I just didn't really bother trying it. What do you say, really an Angry Birds Transformers crossover? Yes, there is. It's on the App Store, I believe, or, like, whatever you use for apps, but yeah, like I said, it's been around for quite a few years. Like, I haven't played it in years, but you know, all I want for Reactivate is the ability to make our own character. We haven't had that since Fall of Cybertron. Yes, I believe we're gonna get that, Lucas. Well, at least I think that's what they're alluding to. I know we're gonna be able to play as the mainstream characters, but yeah, I would like that too. Because that's part of the reason, again, going back to the mix mash I said. Like I said, it looks like Reactivate's going to be a mix mash of Fall of Cybertron, Devastation, Sonic Forces, and Left 4 Dead. Like, that's just from my looks at it, but yeah, I would like character customization because, yeah, that was great in Fall of Cybertron for multiplayer. I think it's going to be a thing, and that was also a thing in the Nintendo DS versions of the movie tie-in games for the first movie tie-in game and the Revenge of the Fallen tie-in games. You sort of got to play your own, sort of create your own protoform and become an Autobot or a Decepticon, really, which I thought was really fun. Ooh, can Grimlock and Sideswipe versus Nemesis Prime happen? I don't really plan to throw in Nemesis Prime in my series. Nova the Brawler Prime. That is a cool idea. Don't get me wrong, but still, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get around to that, unfortunately. What if Optimus Prime Fusion Sonic? Oh man, that's weird. I don't want to picture that, really. I mean, I know there's a Sonic World mod for Sonic as an Autobot, but it's where Sonic was like reformed as an Autobot. Like he was like really injured to the point near death, and then he was sort of reformatted by the Autobots, which was actually a pretty cool mod, if I'm honest. But you know, it's like an actual fusion of him and Prime. I don't think I want to see that. Let's see, what your guys' dream Transformers show? I don't really have a dream Transformers show. I just want a Transformers show that I can enjoy, like a Transformers show that gives me the same joy that I felt when I watched shows like Animated or Prime or G1. Like shows that just keep me engaged and things that I just have a blast watching. Because I haven't really felt that with a Transformers show for years. Fall of Cybertron should have the same game modes as Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Oh, is that like a 3D Plants vs. Zombies game? I think a friend of mine has it. Anyway. It's a shame there's no SFM model for Blur. Blur meeting Sonic would have been a cool interaction. Believe me, Lucas, I would have liked to have thrown Blur in here. There are a lot of other characters I would have liked to have, but ultimately I couldn't bring in every character. Like, I've had some people ask me if Silver and Blaze are going to be in this series, and believe me, I would love to bring Silver and Blaze in. Yes, there's models for them. Like, Silver's my third favorite character overall, and Blaze is my favorite female Sonic character. But ultimately, for the story I'm going with here, they just wouldn't fit. I do want to bring them in maybe in a season 2, but yeah, for the time being, they're not going to appear in the show. But yeah, it's the one thing. Like, you have to sort of make compromises. But as you said, Lucas, yeah, Blur I would have thrown in here for sure as like a rival for Sonic, but yeah, it's just there's no model for him, so I had to avoid that. My favorite part of Transformers is when Megatron beats up Starscream for no reason. It's so funny. Yeah, it's always funny when Starscream just sort of cowers in fear from Megatron. Like, I remember he was particularly funny in TF Prime. Steve Bloom's performance really sort of helped deliver that. Now, I need to think of a pose for Bumblebee here. What's a good pose for Bumblebee? Maybe like a jumping pose, in a way? Actually, yeah, I've got an idea for him. You know, Transformers Prime used to be on Netflix. I never stopped watching it, but then years later I tried looking for it, and they took it off. I still don't know why. I think the reason why, like, I mean, I agree, they should have kept it on there. I mean, to be fair, it was missing Season 3. But still, like, I feel like the reason why some shows just suddenly disappear from Netflix is because Netflix loses the rights to them. Because I remember Top Gun used to be on Netflix, but then, of course, when Paramount Plus came out, you know, they lost the rights to it, and now it's on there. Because, you know, Top Gun's a Paramount movie. But yeah, I think that's what it comes to, because I know Transformers Prime ended up on Stan. That's where I end up watching it, but, you know. Okay, let's give Bumblebee his blasters. Steve Bloom is the definitive Starscream for me. Yeah, his Starscream is really good. There's been a lot of good takes on Starscream over the years, like, but yeah, Steve Bloom's definitely, The arguably the best modern Starscream in my opinion. And I think he's going to be voicing Starscream in Transformers Reactivate as well. Because apparently I think there's a stand-in that gives a similar performance to Steve Bloom. So I think the odds of him being... Because we know Peter Cullen's been confirmed for there. But I think, yeah, I think Steve Bloom's going to be in Transformers Reactivate as well. So, yeah, I'm excited. Go ahead, drag that into the right spot for his hand. Are you gonna bring some Transformers Prime characters in, like Bulkhead or Dreadwing? Again, Nova. If I had models for them, I would, but then again, I don't. So, like I said, I do like characters. I do like Bulkhead. I do like Dreadwing, but then again, it just comes down to what models I have access to and everything. I think there is a Bulkhead model, but I've been planning the series for like, you know, it's like several months. Like, well, the thing is, like, before the trailer dropped, I'd been planning that for like 10 months in advance. So, and like, I was sort of looking for what characters would work best and what ones wouldn't. So that's not to say Bulkhead will never show up, but as for like this current season I'm working on, or this story arc, he won't appear in that, I'm afraid. Same with Dreadwing. Like, I've got a cast set, and I don't really want to go changing that. You know, episode 1, I thought Bumblebee was not going to have a voice, but a buzzing sound like he did before. Oh, trust me, I think B losing his voice has just run its course, to be honest. Like, it was a cool gimmick when it first came out in the first movie, but frankly, I think it's just run its course. I think the poor bloke deserves to talk. Like, I'm hoping, I'm not sure, but I'm holding out that maybe he'll get his voice back in Rise of the Beasts. And maybe Wheeljack repaired it or something, because I remember Dylan O'Brien's performance in Bumblebee's spin-off film before it got ripped out by Blitzwing. Yeah, he did a great job as Bumblebee, so I'd love to see him return. But we'll see. We'll see what they do with Rise of the Beast. Steve Bloom was the only Starscream whose voice wasn't high-pitched. I mean, I think the high-pitched kind of works, at least for G1 Starscream. But still, I know what you mean. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But Transformers Prime Starscream, it definitely was the best choice. Though I don't think there's a model for that either, so it'd just be cool idea for now. Yeah. Okay, sorry I asked. Oh, don't worry about asking, Nova. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Yeah, like I said, because, like, yeah, I like Bulkhead. I really do like Bulkhead as a character. But, like I said, it just comes down to, you know, sort of, what I've got planned for the series, like, what characters fit and everything. Because as I just said before, you know, like, Silver and Blaze are among two of my favorite characters, and I've had people ask if they're going to be in the series, but ultimately, and I would like to include them eventually, but for the story arc I'm working with at the moment, it just wouldn't work. And nope, that's not really looking good for that pose. I'm trying to go for like a sort of like as if he sort of jumped himself in the air. Maybe if I here we go. This is looking better. A little bit of exaggeration in the leg. We'll bring him down a little bit. He kind of fills in here. There we go. By the way, the intro you did for Sonic and Transformers was very cool and awesome. Good job. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, because the Transformers animated intro is probably my favorite Transformers intro ever. Had like a remix of the original song and just like, you know, all the really cool visual effects that they threw in there. So I did my best to try and replicate that. Of course, it wasn't anywhere near as good as the original TF animated intro, but I think I did a good job. And for those curious, that guitar cover was done by Neil Stenson, if you guys are curious. So go check him out if you want to. He's done lots of cool covers from shows and movies. I know he's done the Transformers Prime theme as well. Yeah, this is kind of shielding B's face, so I need to kind of... Here we go. Nah, jeez, every time I bring that up, it covers his face. Damn it. I'm trying to kind of bring it around. Here we go, that's looking better. Gonna bring it in on the side here. Whoop, that's not quite lined up. Now let me see if I can bring him back a little bit. Oh, now he's bleeding into Optimus, okay. That's better. What the? Okay. I kind of like Tom Kenny as Starscream. He really gave his Decepticon... Really gave him his deception, which I think is Starscream's most important part. Yeah, Starscream definitely is... He's the most deceptive Decepticon. Which is kind of ironic, because he's not leader, but maybe that makes sense why he tries to be leader. But yeah, I agree. Tom Kenny's Starscream was also really good. Okay, so now it looks like he's kind of leaning over too much, actually. Maybe I'll just sort of act like he's sort of running into the field of battle with sort of guns blazing, maybe. Because B, although he's not as quick as Blur on his feet, he still would be quick on his feet, being a little fella. Yeah. Let's see. I think keeps pausing for no reason. Oh, is the stream lagging? I hope it's not lagging. Usually got pretty good internet here, so I'm not too sure, but anyway. His hand up a bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty good for B. I just realized it looks like Sideswipe's about to come in from behind him and just like slice him in half. Of course, that's not the objective there. Sideswipe's sort of meant to be jumping into battle, but you know. Let's give B a bit of an angle here with his body. That might help it. Sometimes just doing slight little changes like this can go a long way. Can't wait to see season 2 of Sonic Prime on Netflix. Will be like after Shadow fighting Sonic at the end of season 1. Yep, I'm looking forward to that too, Nova, but also just keep spoilers of Prime down as well, because that's still fairly new, like Frontiers. I know some people, like you and me, have clearly seen it, but yeah, just try and keep the spoilers down, because we don't really want anyone's experiences to be ruined. But yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen for Season 2 of Sonic Prime. Yeah, that's looking better. Can I bring him in a bit more, maybe? Maybe we can do a bit of camera work here. There we go. Let's see, how long are we going for? An hour 47? Okay, that's not bad. But I think we're looking good for now, actually. Yeah, this render looks pretty good. Like I said, I was only going to stick with the 3 characters just because, well, you know, Transformers are much bigger than Sonic characters, but I think it looks good for the most part. So now let's get the lights in here. And the green screen, of course. Whoop, okay. Might have to make this thing a bit bigger as well. Up the scale there. Bring it back. Yeah, make it a bit larger. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so yeah, don't worry, it's okay there. No, yeah, just trying to keep. Just don't really want anyone's experiences to be ruined. Okay, let's get the light fixed up here. This definitely needs to be more intense. Then we'll go ahead and we'll do the final part of the render. which of course will be my OC. And I've already got a pretty interesting idea for him. And you guys will see why I'm doing the green screen for these guys eventually, like when I finish the banner. And the third one will be for Sideswipe up here at the back. You can bring up the quadratic a bit. There we go. I'll shrink down the radius here. I find it funny that Starscream and SpongeBob shared the same voice actor at one point, not to mention they're completely different to one another. Yeah, it's interesting how some voice actors can be like, can play like so many different characters, but then again, part of the job of being a voice actor is to do several different voices. Like, I mean, I think a good example would be Sam Riegel, for instance. Like, you know, I think most of you guys will probably know him from the Ace Attorney games, but he was also Donatello in the 2003 Ninja Turtle show, and the one I know him for mostly, he was Starscream in the War for Cybertron game, so it just kind of shows you lots of VAs can have some really good vocal range. Let's see, do you know the silent sound wave from Prime is a little creepy? Yeah, but then again, I think that's what made him so good. Like, the fact that they sort of chose to make him, like, you know, just kind of really, because bad guys need to be able to sort of invoke fear in the viewers, and I feel like Soundwave channeled that brilliantly. Okay, that looks good to me. Well, actually, maybe I can dial this one back a little bit. Where's this one sits? What if I make this up and here, maybe? And this Sideswipe one's a bit intense. Well, actually, can this one fix B up a little bit? There we go. Alright, so I think that one's done as well. And again, I'll make some maybe adjustments like later on. But real quick, I'll just quickly go ahead, new banner 2. And then we've got one more and then we'll call it a stream. Let's see. It's also funny how Starscream in Transformers Prime, his chin is big and his arms and legs are skinny. His pencil, yeah, like, they had some interesting designs in TF Prime. Some of them you could sort of tell, like Megatron was sort of heavily inspired by G1, but had some of that sort of Bayformers element in there. I suppose Optimus Prime was kind of the same as well. But no, yeah, I thought the designs in TF Prime were amongst some of the best. Okay, so that's them done. Now for this next one, it's with my Sonic OC. So first things first, put the lighting there. But now give me one sec, guys. I just gotta quickly go over here. Here we go. Gotta quickly, because this one's not gonna actually have the green screen. This one is going to have a, whoa, okay. This is updated since I was last here. Is it? Where is it? There we go. Here we go. I need a dusk, so this maybe this one maybe? Let's see. Hey, Classic Unleashed, yes. The main theme of Unleashed. Let's go ahead, change the sky. Is this one good? Yeah, that one's good. That one captures what I'm going for. Not to mention that Starscream was shaped like a Dorito in the movies. Oh yeah, believe me. Yes, I'm really glad Starscream wasn't shaped like, you know, that was a terrible design choice. in the movies. Like, I get, like, Michael Bay and the design team were trying to make the Decepticons look more menacing, but man, most of their designs were overkill. Trust me. The size of Titans compared to Sonic? Oh, they're making a Werehog poster. That's cool. That sky's looking good. YouTuber Optimus Prime SG, voiced by Isaac. That's cool. I plan on binge watching the Unicron trilogy. Yeah, I think you'll probably enjoy Armada for the most part. That was the best one in the Unicron trilogy. Okay, so that's that. Now it's hold on. First off, I need to get my OC's plane first off, because for those who don't know, he's a fighter pilot. Get this on the ground. So I already know what I want to do with this. Was the sun in this picture somewhere? The sky doesn't seem to be. Just sort of scanning around. Maybe I'll change the sky a bit later, but for now it looks good. I'll bring him up here. We'll do this. That's good. Beast Wars had some references to King Kong and Star Wars. Yeah, you're right, actually. I remember them now. Now, hold on a sec, guys. Actually, let's quickly change the skin of... As he's playing real quick, I just gotta pull this up. Okay. Let me go here. I'm just gonna change this real quick. Where is it? Wait. What the? Okay, that's a problem. Okay, give me just one sec, guys. I thought I changed this earlier on the stream, but it didn't work properly. Son of a gun. Okay, drag this here. Okay, export. Yeah. Hold on a sec. Get rid of that. That'll do. Needs to be... Okay, what? Oh, no, okay, hold on. Gotta put this here. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, that should be fixed now. Yep. Whoops, wrong thing. There we go. Okay. Let's see. How big is the Transformer Combiners compared to one of those Sonic characters? Good question. It's kind of hard for reference. Like, I'll be real, I have downgraded the size of some of the characters in Transformers just to make it, to kind of, like, you could say I've nerfed them a little bit, but it's just to make things a bit more fair for Sonic and the others. But I'd say the Combiners are going to be pretty big. They're still going to be pretty big, don't worry. I get a lot of Transformers fans don't like the Bayformers, but to be fair, it brought back a lot of G1 characters, mainly Bumblebee. Yeah, that's true. That's the one thing G1 did do. I'll give it that much. Because, like, you know, yeah, lots of characters like Bumblebee, because, like, Hasbro lost rights, for those who don't know. Hasbro lost rights to a lot of those characters' names. So, yes, it did bring back, yeah, Bumblebee was one of them, along with a few others, so... Now, let's see, I want... Is this the one I want to change? Hold on. Let's see. This texture... Nope, not that one. I think this one. Oh, actually, no, it's probably, this one? Might be the wing, actually. You guys will see what I'm doing. Did that do it? No. How about here? Nope, nothing. Bear with me, guys, bear with me. I mistyped that one. Damn it. Okay, hold on. I did not think it was going to take me this long to change this. No. Jeez, I can't do this. Right to save the life of me. No. Jeez, why can't I do this right? Hey, you know what? Hold on. Let's just redo this from scratch. So this one didn't work, I recall. Copy that. Apologies, I'm not reading the chat at the moment, guys. I just got... Yeah, so that's that one. What about this one? No. Oh, wait. I see. This is the one I want to change, I think. There we go. Okay. Now, let me just, copy this and put that in there. Get rid of that. Okay. Now I've just got to type this in real quick. NATO wing. Oh no. Underscore. Okay, let's see. No, so I'm just gonna remove a few more of these. Nope. There we go. It probably doesn't look like much, but you guys take a closer look there, you should see this. So some of you may recall from a couple months ago, I did something on Twitter where I sort of put in a poll to put together a custom symbol for my OC. I threw out a couple of different designs, and that was the one most seemed to like. So yeah, that's sort of my OC's custom symbol. Let's see. So hold on, let me catch up on the chat real quick, because you guys said quite a few things. Let's see, I get the feeling TF Prime RC and Blaze would get along great. Yeah, probably. Let's see. Some Transformers in the Bay films were lucky, were great actually. For example, Barricade and Blackout. I thought they were pretty cool, yeah. And I'll be real, I thought Ironhide was, like, Optimus I enjoyed. Well, I liked Optimus in there. I thought Ironhide was good as well. I think it would have been better if he was maybe red rather than black, but Ironhide's personality was on point. What's up? I'm back. What did I miss? Not too much metal. We finished the Transformers render. We're just doing the last one now real quick. Quick question, Ruri. What are your thoughts on E123 Omega? I think Omega's cool. I think he's a really cool addition to Team Dark. I've had a lot of people say, like, what would happen if he would meet Omega Supreme? That would be cool. I don't think I'll bring in Omega Supreme, at least not yet for this story arc, like I've been saying throughout the stream, but still. Oh, is that true, Nova? You and Metal Braden are roommates? Really? Or is that just... Or are you just saying that? I like how you bring in some Sonic X stuff. Yeah, well, this is actually, yeah, Extreme Rocks. This is from my, like, of course, this is a model, but the whole reason I used this model in the first place was for my fan-made crossover I did. Well, sort of my Sonic Top Gun parody I did, Tornado Squad. Because essentially that's what my OC's background is. He's a fighter pilot. And I saw this model in the workshop. I'm like, oh, I've got to use this. Like, I love the color scheme and everything, so yeah. But essentially, here's sort of going to be the final touch. And I already know what I'm going to do with this. Yeah, I think once I'm done with this, we'll call it a stream. Because it's past lunchtime at the moment, I'm getting hungry, so... Right, I already know the pose I want to give him. Whoops, where's his, there it is. I'll probably do some camera adjustment a bit later on, but for now I just want to get the pose in place. This is going to look weird on a Sonic character because of Sonic character proportions, but we'll see. Okay, so first off, he's not sitting down, so let's make sure he's properly touching that. Yep, that's good enough. Not gonna lie, I wonder if they actually named Sonic Prime after my username. With all due respect, JC, I don't think so. They probably called it Sonic Prime for something else, but still, that is a fun thing to think about. Wait, will you ever add your OC to the series? Well, Springbok, or Springrock, sorry, I said Springbok, that's an animal. Springrocks, if you saw the trailer for Sonic and the Autobots, you would have seen this, the Hyper Tornado actually appears for a little snippet in there. So I will confirm, yes, Rui and the Tornado Squad will show up in there eventually. It's not going to be for a while though. But I do plan to include them. I felt I couldn't really leave them out. They had to make some sort of cameo in there. But yeah, they will appear in the show. Like I said, not till like the second half, but they will show up eventually. Some of you guys can probably see the pose I'm going for here at the moment. Let's get his leg up a bit more. Hey, Beyond Creativity by Isaac, I'm going to ask you to maybe stop doing that in the chat. Please stop spamming. Don't allow that in here. My favorite Transformer is Wheeljack in Prime because he looks sick. Same with Shockwave. Yeah, Wheeljack does look good in TF Prime. Kind of had that G1 aesthetic, but some modernized elements to him. Okay, maybe I can actually bring his arm around a bit more this way. Do I have a Transformers OC? No, I don't actually. Well, unless you count the ones I made in the Fall of Cybertron multiplayer, but I never really planned to do anything with them. Like, and as I said before earlier, like I never really went through the Sonic OC phase until Sonic Forces came around. Like I checked out lots of people's OCs, but I never really bothered making one. But yeah, through Forces, this guy's just sort of become sort of my mascot for the channel, but also like yeah, he's got like a background lore and everything. Speaking of Sonic Forces, don't really need to adjust much here to his fingers because they're already in a good position. Okay, so I can see his fingers are sort of leading into his leg. Let's get this down a bit. Whoops! Wrong leg! Here we go, that's looking better. Wow, he actually looks a bit small compared to this. Might actually scale him up a little bit size-wise. I'll also bring the camera in. Yeah, I'll scale him up a little bit, I think. That'll just work better for the framing. Sorry. Yeah, that looks better. Just gotta make sure I keep that blue tail, or the blue star, the blue shooting star symbol there. Because I was wondering how I came up with that idea for the custom symbol. It's an idea I kind of got from Ace Combat 7, where the character you play as, Trigger, has a 3 scratch symbol on his tail, and everyone gave him the nickname 3 Strikes, so I just kind of thought, it'd be cool if my OC had something like that, so yeah, just kind of like the idea of a blue star, because well, he's a blue hedgehog, and I just think it fits. Yep, I'm liking how this is looking, yeah. Maybe I'll just bring his eyelids down a bit, maybe? Yeah. Okay, but now we've got to do the lighting. Man, no lights. Here we go. Now, up the tone map scale a little bit. Yeah, I might change the sky just because the sky, I want it to be like an evening sky. But this one will bring here. Including in profile pic, yeah. Can I just say how grateful I am for you, Rui? You don't know how rare it is to find someone who is not a Sonic and Transformers fan. You're probably the first fan of both franchises. Yeah, I know it's kind of a rare thing. I mean, I know quite a few people who are into both Sonic and Transformers, so all I said is just really don't stop looking. Like, I mean, it might be kind of hard to find someone who's a hardcore of both, but yeah, just never stop looking. There's always someone out there that's got the same interest. You even went as for to make a YouTube channel about both Sonic and Transformers fans alike. Yeah, and I've actually found quite a few people that are into both and like have really said, dude, like I've been wanting a series like this for so long, and that just brings me joy that sort of my fan fiction of Sonic and the Autobots is making so many people happy. Like they've said, it's the crossover we needed so badly, or something like that. Like, which again, that just fills me with joy. Now, let's quickly change the color. Actually, I'll need to change the sky again. Hold on. Here we go. Now, sky lists. Where do we have the... Actually, maybe we've got some other skies in here that could potentially work. Oh, whoops, where's the, Here we go. Maybe this one? Let's see. Whoop. Let's try this one. No. I know this is picky, guys. I just want this one to look the best, though. Again, if I change the brightness here, is that going to do much? No, not much to the sky. I need a good sunset. Maybe this one? Let's see, how does this one look? That looks better, yeah. It's not perfect, but it looks better. Maybe more in here? Let's see. None that I can really see. Let me just move this around a bit. Okay. If Devastator is in your videos, does that mean the rest of the Constructicons will be? Most likely. Like, you can't really have Devastator without the Constructicons. Yeah, I was kind of hoping we might get a Sonic Transformers crossover in the comics, but supposedly IDW's losing the Transformers license. Yeah. Because I know, that's something people have been tossing up, like potential crossovers. Like, I know Sonic crossed over with TMNT was one at the time. My Little Pony was another. And some, I think, were even going so far as to say Transformers. So, yeah, that would have been really cool, but it's just not meant to be, because they are losing the rights. What about a TF Prime callback? We need Ratchet says, I needed that. But trust me, yeah. That was such a good... That's become such a meme at this point, but I love it. Again, I think TF Prime Ratchet was arguably the best overall Ratchet. But I still think the funniest Ratchet was TF Animated Ratchet. I just love how he was like a cranky old medic. Will your OC model be public? I kind of want to make you some posters. Well, if you want to try and re-replicate him, the mod I used to put him together, it's a mod called Avatar Mania on the SFM Workshop Spring Rocks. So if you look for that, and there's a tutorial video that shows you how to put together a number of custom Forces OCs, sort of through like a package and everything, and you could sort of maybe put him together yourself that way, if you want to do that, because I would love to see that if you want to make some posters. Like, you can see my Twitter handles down there on the bottom of the screens. Like, that's probably the best place to send it to me. But yeah, because I did that for not just my OC, but also one of my friends' OCs. Like, I'll show you. Hold on. So, because there's him. If I go Borderless, there's my friend Borderless's OC. I don't know if Michael's still here, but I'll quickly show his. I've got one for him as well. Yep, that's Michael's there. And again, guys, I should be clear, guys. Don't come asking me to make Sonic OCs for you, because I'm not a modeler. This was like an add-on I used for Source Filmmaker that allowed me to put this together. So that's sort of how. It's not something I do. Like, I'm an animator, not a modeler. So just putting that out there, but yeah. It's a really cool mod if you want to put together like Forces OCs. Am I the only one who actually likes Sonic Heroes? It may not be perfect, but it's pretty good. I'm honestly surprised that Sonic Team hasn't tried to make another one. I mean, I haven't played Heroes myself, but I would like to give it a try. I don't think it's as... I think it's like a good game, but it's not like as good as, say, the adventure games that came before it. Oh yeah, Michael's still here. That's cool. Alright, sweet. Yeah, go ahead, Spring Rocks. Yeah, it's called, yeah... I'll type it in the chat for you real quick what it's called. It should be called this on the SFM Workshop. It should be called... I believe it's called that. Avatar Mania on the Source Filmmaker Workshop. So if you search that, it's got like a bunch of sort of Sonic Forces OCs on there. And like a video tutorial link and everything. So yeah, good luck. Oh, there you go. Lucas loves Sonic Heroes. That's good. I know actually there are quite a few people that really like Sonic Heroes. TF Prime Ratchet is probably the most famous Ratchet, given his role certainly better than Bayverse Ratchet. He literally didn't do anything. Yeah, you're right. In the movies, he did bugger all in the movies. I like the voice he had in the movies, but yeah, he just didn't really do anything. Now, actually, I need to change the color of these lights. Needs to make it more sunset-like. No. That's looking better. Where's the third light? Where's this going? Oh, I think it's down there. I might make this one a volumetric light, actually. But hold, let me just go into here real quick. Does this one change colors? Yeah. Grab these, copy them. Okay. I'll quickly just change the coloration for the most part on these. So actually, wait. This one looks better without it, I think. This one, though. Can I up the intensity a little? Okay, let's put some, yeah, enable volumetrics. Yeah, maybe this... Might just add a bit of a change to the scene. And where's light 1? There it is. Bring this one down a bit. Actually... Yep, that looks good to me. Oh man, I just love him in that pose. He just looks so good. Because, be real guys, like that kind of pose you see there, that's a pose I often do IRL when I'm like just sitting watching the sunset. Or you remember that Ratchet got killed by Lockdown? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I thought Lockdown was pretty cool. But yeah, I hated Age of Extinction. Like, if anyone was to give me Age of Extinction or Transformers The Last Night as a present, I would, no joke, blowtorch it in there, like, right in front of them. I hate those movies. Like, I feel Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon are watchable, but still, they're not the best. Like, yeah. Travis Knight saved our souls with Bumblebee. Like, I bet you he was probably suffering watching those movies himself, because he grew up with the 80s show as well, and, like, he was probably just like, no, guys, you're not doing it right. Let's see. Question would be, you have Lockdown as a Decepticon like in the Cyberverse, or Bounty Hunter like an animated? Probably like an animated, I just prefer that version of Lockdown, but yeah. Still, the Age of Extinction one was good. Also, hello Shadow759. How you doing, mate? Good to see ya. Amy T-posing us? Actually, I already did Amy earlier, actually. You're just going to join in the last bit of the stream. I was about to wrap it up. But yeah, good to see you, mate. I know you're hanging out with Stasso and the crew at the moment. Well, at least I think you still are. I know you were the other week. But yeah, nice to see you stopped by. Just sort of did a couple of different renders. Let's see. Just to let you know, TMNT from 2012, 2017 was my favorite when I was growing up. That was a good TMNT. But, yeah, I think my favorite TMNT was probably the 2003 one. The 2012 one was still really good, don't get me wrong, but yeah, the 2003 one was just what got me into the Turtles, so... But I think my favorite thing of all Ninja Turtles, though, like, just across all Turtle media, would be the 2007 animated film, the CG animated one. That's just, like, I just love that film. It's really underrated. It seems, Shadow759, it seems you've drawn in quite a bit of, everyone's a big sad to see you here. But yes, of course, yeah, that's sort of the first bit, because I'll just sort of fill you in what I'm doing here, Shadow. So basically, I've I did 3 different renders creating, to sort of create a new banner for YouTube. I figured that's something I'd like to do for, my, just sort of upgrade my channel for 2023. See? Oh, that looks cool so far. Oh, thanks, man. That means a lot. I would have liked to have done it in Blender, but I just don't have all the models in Blender yet, so that's just sort of, you know... So I'm doing it in SFM, but for the most part it looks good. Speaking of which, I should probably render this. Actually. There we go. Let's see. Hey everyone, not here for long as I'm in friends with LA right now. Oh, it's your last day in LA. Okay. Still, good. Glad you could make it to the stream, by the way. I'll have to talk to you a little bit more, I think, because, it was nice for you to stop by, though. Hope things all go well on the trip back. And, yeah, just give my regards to all the others you're hanging out with. I think I know who it might be. I've seen some things on Twitter and everything. But, I think that that's done. I'll probably just call it a stream now, I think, guys, actually. Like I said, it's, I'm getting hungry. I've missed my lunch times. Here in Australia, at least. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you all for coming. It's been a blast showing you guys, or sort of making this with you guys. I'll put it together off camera, so I'll do like the final bits of editing, and then I'll sort of, my YouTube channel banner should be updated by later today. So yeah, check it out then if you guys want to see what the final product looks like. But again, thank you all for coming in. Your support means the world to me, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.